Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today I've got some cool stuff to talk with you about. So I don't know if you guys are actually like, I know that there's like a fan base there, not a fan base, what am I saying? But there's people that watch my channel, and I just want to say that I'm going to be uploading more regularly from now on, just like short videos, or I just talk about topics that I'm like, how was that, feeling in like the moment. And yeah, I mean, right now I just really felt like making a video. Like, I just feel good. I feel like energized. And yeah, I got some videos on the way, so I hope you guys will enjoy them. But like, yeah, just today I just want to talk about just like taking just like it's crazy. I mean, it's actually crazy. Like, uh, some of the feelings you feel right now, some of the things that you desire, you're constantly thinking about, constantly on your mind, things that you want to accomplish, goals that you have, insecurities that you want to like get rid of, like build up your confidence. If you apply yourself in the right way, if you dedicate yourself, if you cut out the bullshit and really just make a decision, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to achieve, and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it. No matter what it takes, because there's a rare amount of people that can do that. There's a rare amount of people that can just get something done, and it's like, for me personally, I don't know where this has come from, but like when I want to achieve something, like I've almost done it every time. Like everything I do, I become the best at. Like I should never say that, because that's a bit like, you shouldn't think like that, because that's way too confident. But like, I just think, if you're gonna do something, why not just win? Why not be the best? Like why be second best? Why be in the middle? You know what I mean? If you're not passionate about it, and you're already in a like an average level, then fair enough. But for me personally, I just feel like you should want to be the best in anything you do, and obsess over it, and like have it be your absolute, it's your craft, it's what makes you like authentic, it's what makes you unique and valuable as a person, because you offer something that nobody else, or very skew amount of people, can match up with. And these are the kind of topics I've been thinking about recently. Like, obviously I'm older now, so I've just finished college, and I've decided I'm definitely not going to uni, because I personally think it's a waste of time. But that, obviously, I have nothing against anyone that wants to go to uni. If that's the path you want to go down, absolutely, that's great. Um, but yeah, like I said, like, your goals you can achieve them, and you should always be setting new goals, no matter what. Like, your goals can be anything. They don't have to, like, obviously, if someone came up to you and said, "Oh, what are your goals?" Um, it's funny, because in your head you have goals, but like when you actually verbalize it, it doesn't. I find it's always misinterpreted, and people think that's kind of like stupid. Like, why would you want that? But for me, like, I feel like subconsciously and internally, you know what you need to sort of do. You know what you want out of life, and sometimes you just need to, if someone says to you, "Oh, it's like, oh, I want to be cool. I want to be popular. I want to have loads of friends." People are like, "Yeah, but that's not really important. Like, you shouldn't be focusing on that." But sometimes you need to actually do it in order to be sure, like, that's what you want or don't want. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, rich people, they yeah, obviously money doesn't make you happy, and sometimes, those people that are looking for that actually have to go and make that money first, to then actually understand, that statement, and be like, okay, maybe money doesn't make you happy. So I think it's important, but I think, like there's nothing you can't, as long as you're taking action, as long as you're pushing yourself, and you're trying to progress in every aspect, and just getting yourself out of your comfort zone, and just going for the things you want, your life is going to be so much better. It's going to be enriched. You're going to have more. You're just going to have more, like, I don't know. You're just going to enjoy life more, and you're going to see potential in yourself, and you're going to want to chase it, and you're going to want to get to that potential, and or die trying. And there are many factors that there are. Like, there's looks, there's money, there's um, like happiness, fitness. Confidence. Yeah, I'm probably missing a few, but like things like that people want to be good at. And I've lost what I was on about, but yeah, but yeah, really, just for me, I just want to get more present to the moment, meditate more. I'm not meditating enough. I think I went through a phase of meditating 20 minutes a day, and I was really present, and that was an experience. And actually, alcohol has been a massive thing for me. I went to on a lads holiday sort of thing with my mates and stuff. We went and drank. I drank every day, like for 7 days straight, and got fucked every day. And well, I didn't get fully. I wasn't fucked like some people. I can control myself, yeah. And like after that, I was sort of more like alcohol was like a thing. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm interested in this. Like, it's not a big deal. But I started drinking more and more, and it became just like a crutch, and it became something that I was like relying on to sort of just get me in like the right kind of state. And don't get me wrong, like I'll go out and I'll still talk to people sober, but then it's like that transition into being drunk. And I think it's fun. I think there's nothing wrong with that, but I think you need to know what you want and know and be aware, self-aware, and know kind of like analyze yourself and try and work out like, okay, is this really benefiting me? Like, what's it doing to me? Because I noticed that when I was drinking, like I was just becoming more lazy, and I was almost like throwing away. I know it sounds crazy, but I felt like I was just throwing it all away for that because it was just in a you just like it's just like pleasure. Like, yeah, I just think your dreams can just go to shit. Like, unfortunately, my dad's a quite a heavy drinker, and yeah, it's unfortunate because there's so much potential there, and like so much like so many good people that just get dragged down because they just or like people that are suffering, and they just use it as a way to cope, and you see it all the time. And I think this is like the thing that poisons our society. I mean, it's obviously there for a reason because it's an effective way of like controlling people. But for me personally, I just think alcohol is something that we shouldn't really engage in too much. And like I said, with drugs, I'm not really a drugs person. I used to smoke weed. I used to love smoking weed. That was one of my like I loved it. I used to love it. Like with my mates, it was the funniest thing ever. But like there was a point where I was just like, you know what, this isn't benefiting me. Like I don't feel like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to. This isn't my highest path. This isn't my um, highest state like level. And also, I think it's important as well to actually look after your brain. Like I know this sounds crazy, but you go to the gym. And this sounds stupid. Like I feel like this does actually sound stupid, but you go to the gym and you build a nice body, and you try and look after your fitness and stuff. Well, so to speak. Most people go into the gym because they want to build muscle mass just so they can impress people, and it's the norm to do it. They don't actually care. They're not actually interested in like the physiology and like how it actually like. I found now that I've got quite a good body, that it just it doesn't necessarily give me confidence, but like I guess you could say it gives you more confidence, and you have a more presence about you. You have more of a because you have that physicality to you. You have more of an impact when people look at you. They think, wow, he's got density. He's got like, he's got mass to him. Like, you don't want to be weak. You're a man at the end of the day. You don't want to be weak. Like Elijah said it best. Like, if the gods were to come to earth, yeah, if the gods were to come down or whatever you believe in, as in a human form, what would they look like? Would they look like slobs? No, they'd look like like Greek gods. That's what people say when they see someone that's like incredibly like good looking with a good body. They'll say he's a Greek god or he's a god, and that's because that's I interpret that as like them being like in the best form possible because they are the god is like the creator. And yeah, so I know yes. I can't remember what I was talking about. This is bad, but yeah, you gotta just like look. Oh yeah, sorry, I remember. So yeah, looking after your mind. So it's important to actually feed your mind positivity, and like not only just in terms of like what like is being said. I think you should stay away from negativity. You should get yourself around high level people and push yourself, put pressure on yourself, train that prefrontal cortex to be able to put in harsh situations and come out on top. I think for me personally, I'm in a bit of a weird situation where I'm not a very emotional person, but I am at the same time. Like I can control. I don't get involved. I don't get emotional. I don't get really offended that much. I'm very honest with myself, which is good. That's a trait that I'm proud of. But at the same time, I sometimes I'm too reserved, and I actually can't open up and be honest about things. Then That's the important part for me, is just being honest. Like, whether that be with other people or with yourself. That's just a value that I have. Like, I think it's really important to be honest. And like I said, like sometimes I never lie. I never lie, but I'll never, like, I sometimes just don't say anything. But I don't think you need to tell everyone everything you're doing. You know, it's not vital. But yeah, as I was saying, so there's a book called The Ultra My Solution by Mark Herman. I may have mentioned it in a previous video, and it's a book basically talking about how, I haven't actually read it yet, but I will do when it arrives. It's going to be the first book I read, like from start to finish, and it's like my new challenge for myself, like to start reading, because like I said in my last video, it's faster than watching, and you can gain more information, and I think yeah, you can learn a lot. I think watching is great, but like you should be doing both. You should be training your mind in different ways. I think you can also be able to articulate and talk and verbalize things a lot better, because you have a better understanding of like the language, and I think that's an important thing to have. Like, I think this sounds very like educational and boring, but if I'm honest, I hated school. You know, like I thought it was the biggest pile of shit ever. Like, it was the biggest waste of time. Okay, I wouldn't change it, but in terms of school and what I think of it, I think it's a complete pile of shit. That's just my personal opinion. You might disagree with that, and that's completely understandable. I have nothing against that at all. But for me personally, I'm not interested in the norm. I'm interested in being a cut above. I'm interested in being that next level, and I think that's where I am anyway. In certain aspects, but in other aspects, I'm not so strong. So it's about just being a well-rounded person, being grounded in reality, and not. And you get that by going out, taking action, doing things, getting into the real world, and not living in, shorthand pleasures, in like virtual realities of like stupid games and shit. And get yourself out there talking to people, and you'll realize, and you'll shock yourself. I swear on my life, you'll shock yourself how relatable you can be to some of the most, some people I saw a year ago, and I was like, holy shit, like if I could go speak to that person, if I could go hang out with that person, I'd be so happy, like I'd feel so happy, like my life would have changed, blah blah blah. And then I did it, and then, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was happy about it, but it wasn't like life changing. It wasn't like, it was like amazing. It was just, they're just the same as me at the end of the day. Everyone's just a person, no one's perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. No one's perfect, okay? Nobody is perfect. It doesn't exist. Perfection doesn't exist. Well, it does, but not by us, not by humans. Like, we can only be perfected. Well, anyway, it's getting too deep, but back onto the topic I'm trying to talk about. So, this book, The Ultra Mind Solution, it talks about how, I don't know, okay, like I said, I haven't read it yet. When I read it, I'll go into more detail, maybe make a video in more detail. But, like, The Ultra Mind Solution, it talks about how foods affect the brain and how the brain functions. And I've experienced it myself, because I remember back in, like, March when I watched a video about it, and I was like, oh, really? Like, I never even considered that. I do NoFap, and I do like cold showers, and and stuff like that. And yeah, you'll realize that your brain is actually hindered massively when you're eating, high, like if you're from America, like high fructose corn syrup, which fucks you up, like processed foods, like anything that has like a ton of ingredients in it. Like, you just want to be avoiding stuff like that. And yeah, and you want to be eating, foods that actually like allow your brain to function at its highest potential, and like, just be at its highest rate of consciousness. And you'll notice as well, like, nutrition has a massive part in being present to the moment, and in terms of meditation and stuff like that, and just things like that. And like, say you're into sports, you're an athlete, you do stuff like that. Like I said, nutrition is massively important for that, and not only that, but like being able to be, I don't know if you're a sportsman. Like, I'm sure someone out here is a sportsman, or even like a gamer. Like, you go into these flow states where you're just so concentrated, and you're just making the right decisions, and you're outplaying people, and you're just doing, like, you're just playing the game at your highest level. And that's what you can achieve if you feed your brain the right stuff, and you get it, like, not, and also like in your body, like making sure your body's not tight, muscles, like, there's so much to it. Like, the human body is unbelievable. You want to understand this, like a massive. You want to understand this more than anyone else, because at the end of the day, this is the vessel that carries you around. This is the vessel that gets things done for you. It's your representation of your soul, in my opinion. It's your representation of like what you stand for and everything. Like, you want to just look after it. You want to treat it well. You want to dress well. You want to just, like, in my opinion, that's just the way I see it. I think you should present yourself and you should have self-respect. You shouldn't, you know, I've started like skincare and shit like that, like looking after my face. Like I bought loads of products to like natural products to moisturize and look after. I get a haircut, I shave. Like I'm always I'm always having a shower. Like it sounds stupid, but girls really do appreciate that. Like if I'm just gonna be honest, like they really do appreciate that. And if you can do that, girls will want to hang out with you. They want to like be close to you, and it's a nice feeling, and it keeps you switched on when, because like you'll learn when you meet a girl and maybe you go back to her house and I don't know, like you wake up in the morning and you fucking stink, or like your hair's all greasy or something like that, or you've got spots on your face. It's not the most attractive thing ever. Anyway, so yeah, eating better foods will allow your brain to function at a higher rate, um, and yeah, that's it really. Like hydration, another massive one for me. Like I remember in start of August, I got tonsillitis, right? Uh, I thought it was laryngitis, but it was tonsillitis, and it was literally hell for 3 to 5 days. I didn't sleep for about 3 days, and I was just like, my throat was just full of like mucus and pus, and like I couldn't even talk for a day or two. Like, I couldn't say a word the whole day, and actually, it was a really interesting experience. Like I was like sort of like no one was home, so mum and dad went away, so I was literally just on my own for 3 days, just suffering. Like it was really painful, and I sort of just like went into this strange state where I was like, I had to just sort of accept the position I was in and just sort of like become sort of like present to it, and just, and I actually in a way I appreciated it. I was like, wow, this is actually a cool experience. Like I'm sort of like, this is a lesson. This is something I need to take things from. This can't happen again. Like I sort of said that to myself. Like, I'm not letting this ever happen to me again. Like the fact that that happened just set me back. Like all that hard work just got sent back so far because I was so ill. I couldn't think straight. I just had to grit my teeth and just get through that, just so I could be normal again. And yeah, it was an interesting experience. And after that, I realized how important my sleep was. Like I realized that sleep is like a massive factor. And if you like to go out and stuff, and or you work at like late hours, you need to be getting like, I'm not your dad, I'm not your mum, I'm not your like, do you know what I mean? I'm not, but I'm just saying, it's true. You need to be getting at least like eight. Your body needs like 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every single night. And if you don't get that, your body's going to need to catch up in later nights. So you just need to arrange yourself